Hello, my beautiful, handsome individuals. Welcome back to Amy's Insight. Welcome if you're new. Today we have a 7-day ahead pick a card reading. You have 3 options to choose from. Pick the one that you're drawn to the most. Only take what resonates. Don't force anything. You already know. All right. First image you've got is the Chiromancer. Group 2, your card is the Sailor. Okay. And then group 3. Your option is the Hound in the reverse. Very appropriate because my dog was just barking his head off right now. Anyways, all right. Take the time to focus. I will see you at your reading. Hi, group 1. Those of you that chose this image, this card, the Chiromancer. Some of you might be into astrology or you're being advised to take a look at, or palmistry even. Okay, but this card is about delivering news, collaboration. So some of you have a message to deliver. In the guidebook, it says you have a message to deliver or something that you have been meaning to say for a while, but it may not be the message that someone is ready to receive. Be careful about how you deliver it and choose the timing carefully. The outcome may depend entirely on you. All right, so use your charm, use your softness to deliver a message. All right, let's get your oracle cards out here first. Spirit, for my group 1s, what is the next 7 days for them? What does the next 7 days have for them? We've got Shield. Okay. And we've got Roadblock, Childhood, and Yarn. Okay. And the last oracle card, Motherlode. Well, okay then. So someone could be a little bit defensive when it comes to communication, maybe with friends. Okay, so you're being advised to watch your words, mind your P's and Q's. Okay, Spirit. Yeah, there's a challenge here. It's like untangling a situation. This could be a week where miscommunication can happen if you are not careful. Like I said, measure your words carefully because it could create unnecessary roadblocks. Okay. All right, Spirit. So that's the main focus here. Let's look at this. This is also a week of new beginnings. Once you figure out the details, all right, there's prosperity and money and something gets lighter by the end of the week. It's not as complicated. Spirit, for my group 1s, what do they have going on this week? What do they need to know? We've got Stairway to Light in the reverse. What's coming in for them? All right, Justice. What's the challenge here? We've got the 6 of Coins. And then what is the help they can get here? We've got the 7 of Wands in the reverse. And what's the outcome this week? For my group 1s, all right? So we got Strength. So you're overcoming this challenge no matter what, okay? It's not anything too big. Knight of Coins, 4 of Cups. Pace yourself. You might decline invitations to go out. You're not interested or you're just not feeling it. You've got things to do this week. Now I want to see about Stairway to Light. How do you want that to fall? Upright. Okay, that makes more sense. So you're protecting your peace, your energy, your space. And something that had been challenging for you is opening up this week. It's like the no becomes a yes. But it's a little bit complicated when it comes to how it comes to be or when it comes to figuring out the details. That's where the blockage could be. And it could be because this that's trying to manifest for you is in the hands of another person. Some of you, this could be like a legal matter. And the challenge here is not to overgive, not to overpromise, even regardless of who this is in your life, right? What can I say? Like if you have a friend or someone is expecting something of you, Try to travel light this week and not overpromise, okay? Because you're not going to have the time or the energy to do this. All right. Notice like in the stairway to light, let me put a little bit of my psychic juice, okay? If you want some psychic juice, I don't sell it. I just made it. Okay. Maybe some of you are entrepreneurs. All right. But yeah, protect your peace this week is the takeaway from this reading. Because on the other side, there is an accomplishment. Things are going to feel a lot easier for you to manifest, or for you to navigate is the best word. All right, let's see the Seven of Wands. How do you want that to fall? In the reverse. Okay, well, it is what it is. So maybe don't be so guarded or so defensive when someone tries to offer you assistance to figure out a problem, right? There's this, you have to battle the sense of wanting to fix things on your own, or your way is the best way. Now, we do have some signs here. We have Aries, Capricorn, Pisces, Sagittarius, and Virgo. So if those are your signs, double confirmation on this message. And also we've got the numbers 9, 4, 6, 5, 1. So a combination of those numbers could be significant. If we take those all together, that's 9 plus 4, 13, plus 6, 19, plus 5, 24, plus 1, 25. 2 plus 5 reduces to a 7. So 7 connects to, it's a very spiritual number, okay? Connects to Cancer in tarot and to Libra in astrology. So those could be your signs. But both of these signs are, one is focused on family, security, and stability. The other one is focused on, well, actually, if I take it back to the Chariot, it's overcoming adversity, which is what you're doing here. We go from 7 to 8 here with the Strength card, which is, yeah, doing your best with what you've got, refraining yourself. There is something about being more compassionate in how you say things. Yeah, it's your mouth that's getting you in trouble this week. And I wouldn't say trouble. It's just that maybe you need to be mindful of how you speak to people, especially to friends that could be a little bit sensitive, or someone that you work with. Okay, so with Libra, it's about legal stuff, with what is fair, what's not fair. Just a minute. I need to hydrate. Sorry, guys. Your girl's been talking all day, all morning. Okay. So, where was I? Yes, with the Strength card. So, yeah. So, I love how this is having compassion for yourself and having compassion for others, and that is what's going to bring you good fortune here. And something about being more receptive to criticism. Okay. Spirit, tell me about Shield with Stairway to Light. What is happening over the next 7 days for my group 1? The microdoser. Maybe some of you are microdosing, or there's something about taking supplements. That could be a key. There could be a key in that. Wellness. Some of you, mushrooms. Maybe you drink mushroom coffee, or maybe you're looking into that. All right. Spirit, what's coming in for my group 1? We've got takeout food. So this could be a week where you're enjoying some nice takeout. You don't feel like cooking. You're like, you know what? Let me get some Chinese food. Okay. That's fine. We're doing it the practical next 7 days. We're not going to do into this bitch is leaving you and that asshole did this. No, we're looking at the next 7 days. Not so dramatic, you guys. Okay. So surprise. All right. Some of you might be a little bit surprised with how someone reacts to something you have to tell them. And you might feel like the odd one out. You're like, what? Why is so-and-so making such a big deal out of that? You know, there's a little puddle in this foundation here. And it's like, oh, you could say or send something, a text message, a voice message, and then kind of realize that you already sent it. And you're like, oh, shit, I shouldn't have said that. All right. But I don't think it's like anything too wild. All right. I want to clarify this little one. Where's my little clarifier deck? Hold on. Just because we nosy, okay? Okay, but it's not going to be too long. Don't worry. Spirit, what is this with a challenge, with a surprise, and the friendship card and the 6 of coins? What is this about? The 9 of coins in the reverse. You are enough. So maybe because you need space, I did mention something about you rejecting an invitation or you just don't feel like getting out there and connecting, right? And that's okay. You don't have to. So, but someone it's how you say it that maybe rubs someone the wrong way or makes them, in their feels. This could even be like rejecting a work thing. All right. Tell me about yarn with the 7 of Wands in the reverse. You're like, I need my space. What can help this week, Spirit? Tell me about yarn with 7 of Wands in the reverse. Catfish. Be real, okay? Be honest. If you need help, say so. Look at that, the comfort pet. Maybe you watched oh no, maybe you will watch the pick a card reading I'm dropping on Friday. There's a message in there about a comfort pet. So, but yeah, be honest. Say what you mean here and mean what you say. Don't complicate things by putting up a front that you've got this and that. There is something about a deadline that is pressuring you for those of you that work. And you're doing your best to handle things on your own, but that leaves you feeling a little bit more stressed. Don't do that to yourself, okay? Oh shit, it flew. Tell me about the mother lode with strength. We got the injection with Botox. Okay, some of you, maybe you're going for Botox or you want to, but Botox is strengthening your skin, right? If it's flaccid and weak, you inject that stuff and you got a frozen smile, honey, okay? So Botox can be, to relieve migraines too, I believe. So put yourself where you fit, and then this one had fallen with the rent controlled apartment. So there's something about fixing something out, filling in the gaps or filling in the details that can get you good results this week. Okay. So that is what I see for you over the next 7 days. Let's take a look at anything else Spirit might want to add to your week, and then we'll roll the astro dice and then we're done. Hey. All right, Spirit, for my group ones, what's happening this week? We've got spirituality. If you hear the noise over there, I'm sorry. It's my neighbor's reconstructing his home. He had a fire. Maybe that's significant to this group, rebuilding, because I'm looking at this. My neighbor experienced a fire a few weeks ago. They're out there repairing. All right, we got discourse and perfection. Yeah. Group one. Yeah, you're just being advised to be mindful of your language. Ground yourself before you say something, how you say it. Don't overthink it. Okay, and lastly, let's roll your astro dice. Spirit, what's the advice for my group one? We've got Uranus in the second house in Pisces. What in the heck? Uranus and Pisces, really? Some of you are tapping more and more into your spirituality. You could be studying something esoteric like palmistry, astrology, Buddhism, what have you. You have a love for it or you have a natural affinity for that, right? You're very, there's a lot about hands. Maybe watch your hands this week. All right. So Uranus in Pisces can be a surprising way of earning income. Some of you might earn income from spirituality or something that you love to do. And if not, maybe you're being advised to tap into that skill and take it to market. Because I even mentioned earlier, like I made that oil. Like I never say shit like that. And I do, I make my own sprays too. So, but there's something about maybe you want to do something that is outside the box type of thinking that can bring you income in the future, or maybe that's how you're generating your income now. All right, so group ones, that is what I have for you, friends. If this reading resonated with you, please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the things. I appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Stay real, stay blessed. Bye. My beautiful handsome number group twos. You chose this card, the Sailor. So pretty. Some of you might be Pisces here with a fish. So this one is new influences and wanderlust. So some of you might want to travel or explore something new, literally sailing. All right, let's look at the guidebook real quick. It says, the sailor represents two possibilities, the familiar shores of home and the yearning for distant lands. You may be craving a change of pace, however big or small, and the current moment might be the perfect one to start afresh. But whatever you do to satisfy your cravings, don't forget the importance of your origins. Okay, so this one is the sea is vast and beautiful, but their thoughts are of cottage back in the citadel, of a cottage back in the citadel, of a cozy fire and a warm embrace. And they realize that there are some things worth dropping anchor for. Okay, beautiful. I love that message. Okay. So there's a whole lot you want to explore, but you don't want to stray too far from home. And if you do, it's like home is where the heart is type of vibes. All right. So let's see. What are you getting into, group two? So early on, and we're getting sassy already. Okay. Spirit. For my group twos. What is happening this week? What can we know about their week ahead? The next 7 days, Spirit. Let us know. Okay, it's time. It's time for action. Okay, things are fast-tracked and unfold quickly and smoothly. Okay. And then we've got train and moving on. Okay. What should you do? Where are you going? Take me with you. Take me with you, group two. Spirit, for my group twos, what is they doing? Earn. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. It don't always mean what it looks like. Okay. So let's look at the ostrich trap. Okay. Or avoidance. Oh, I see what's happening. This is good, honey. This is real good. Okay. Last one, Spirit. Person of Earth. Okay, some of you might resonate as Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorns. Okay, you're a manager, a business owner. You work in banking. You're a CEO. You're a bigwig of some sort, honey. And if not, maybe that's what you're stepping into. All right. So this is a week where you feel like you've got to do something. You got to start moving on, go in a new direction, in one direction, on track. Okay. And you want to keep pushing forward. But before that happens, there's something that you're releasing. And I feel that for this group, it's avoidance or closed mindedness. Maybe you've been facing avoiding a change. Maybe you've been facing avoiding a reality. Whatever it is for you, you're like, no more. I am grounded. I am fancy. And I know what the hell I want. And that's what I'm going to go and get. Okay. I love that sassiness. Okay. Spirit, for my group twos, what is happening this week? I love it. Some of you might literally be traveling on a darker note. Some of you might have to go for a funeral or something, okay? Or, to give your respects. But that's for a very small, very, very small percentage of you. Most of you, it's releasing this closed-mindedness, okay? Avoiding something or some fear-based thinking is what you're letting go of. All right, Spirit, for my group twos, what is happening this week for them? What is coming in? What's the main theme? All you know is that this week is time for action because you're pursuing what makes you happy. Yes, I love that for you, honey. Okay, what's coming in? It's something about you moving into something new, going in another direction or going in a direction. King of Swords, look, we got the King of Swords here. He's playing chess on his computer. You're strategizing. It's like you've got your eye on the prize. You know what you want and you're getting it. All right. The challenge here is kind of like breaking apart a state of being is how I'm looking at this urn. It's like there's a little bit of grief associated with having to release something in order for you to step into a new reality. Spirit. Okay. The Eight of Wands. Yeah. You know that change needs to happen. And there might be a little bit of resistance, maybe because of fear, maybe because of, shame or whatever this is, where it's like it's too hard or it's not possible. And that's where it's a bit challenging. What can help you is to stop avoiding things. Face your reality, okay? We've got the Ace of Coins in the reverse. And this avoiding facing your reality is delaying this new possibility, this new beginning for you. It's like this week you're inspired to take action, or you need to take action. And we're going to find out why you have this fear here. Change can be scary. Regardless of whatever it is that you're trying to do, change is scary because you're used to doing things a certain way and then you have to alter your reality and start anew. Especially when it comes to career. All right, Spirit, tell me about this person of Earth. I do see you ending the week more grounded, more focused on what brings you comfort and security. Okay, we got the moon reversed. Yeah, you're less fearful about what lies ahead. There's clarity even. Back of the deck, 8 of Cups with the Devil. You're abandoning a negative way of thinking, a negative mindset, a negative environment, whatever this is for you. Even if you feel there's a sense of unfinished business, you feel that you can't continue on this path. And this should be resonating for you by now, right? If you're in the process of transition, or this is what is happening here, right? Maybe this is not the week where major change comes in, because we do have the World in reverse at the back of the deck, and this Ace of Coins is delayed. Okay, so what you're doing this week is kind of setting the stage to step into your new reality, into whatever it is that you want. All right, and let's find out what the heck that is. Okay, Spirit for my group twos. Tell me about the theme. What is this that they're pursuing? What are they so happy about? Okay, so we got the chance going after something that might be a little bit risky. It's okay. Okay, if you don't gamble, you ain't never gonna win. But of course, be strategic about it, like this King of Swords. Don't go crazy. Now, what I do want to note here are the signs, okay? So we've got Gemini, Cancer, Libra, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. The numbers here are 8, 6, 5, 2. You might want to look up the meaning of angel number 865, 8652, a combination of those numbers, right? There might be additional messages if you believe in angel numbers. All right. So what is this? 8 plus 6 is 14, plus 5, that's 19, plus 2, 2021. 2 plus 1 is 3. Maybe that's your life path number, life path 3. Or maybe you connect to, what's the third card in tarot? The Empress. So Taurus, Libra energy, again, strongly. And it also connects to Gemini in astrology, which is about communication and learning. So, and movement also with the train, it's transportation. Okay, so there is something that feels risky to you, but you know that that's what you want to do, even if it's a gamble. You're exploring something, or you want to explore something. I just saw 777 in this image. Some of you, maybe you want to go to the casino this week. Okay, so look, put yourself where you fit. In these 7-day readings, I'm going to give you the woo-woo, more spiritual. Not too inflated, because you know we don't do that around here. Okay, but what we do, what we do, handle our business around here. Not, anyways. Oh, I'm so dumb. What we do around here, okay, is that we look at the practical, literal things. So some of you just might want to go gamble, okay, and that's fine. You might be traveling to a casino. It's possible. Okay, so tell me about this train with the King of Swords. What we do, girl. All right, Spirit. Tell me about the train with the King of Swords. Return receipt. Okay, so you're looking at something very intently. And do I have the money for that? Do I need to return this stuff to the store to have money for my trip? You know, you're asking yourself questions. Now, there is second house emphasis here, which is about our finances. Okay. Okay. Now, what the challenge is here with the Urn and the 8 of Wands is resistance to change. The landlord, which is the devil. Okay. So yeah, a negative mindset is keeping you a little bit stagnant, a little bit of fooling ourselves about what this should look like, what that should look like. Or this is just giving way to obsessive thinking, overthinking. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. What would help this week for my group twos? Delete. All right. So avoid feeling this way. Don't stick your head in the sand. Okay. Be out there. Pursue it. And and I think that you will come out of this because the moon is reversed here. And it's giving comfort. And it's like, okay, I'm erasing this way of thinking. I'm releasing this way of thinking so that I can go after this Ace of Coins. All right. Danger. Okay. So you're aware of the pitfalls, the revolving door. And then we've got browsing history, pictures of clowns, how to kill noisy brother, discount MP4 rifle, world's best beaches, pimple explosion. Okay, this is random searches. Where is Nagasaki? Find high school classmates. Some of you might be very busy on the interwebs. Am I a MILF? Oh my goodness, kitten playing a piano. All right. So some of you, this could be significant. You'll be getting Amazon packages in the mail. Oh, and here with a revolving door, some of you are contemplating leaving the current place of employment, and that's what you're fearful of. The train might not be a physical, like travel type of thing for you. It might be more in a metaphorical sense, right? It might not be so literal. So if you're contemplating leaving a job, there's something about maybe it's a toxic environment, or maybe there's just too much. And what is this? And you're kind of making plans to exit, maybe planning it quietly because you feel that, again, it's risky. And with a revolving door, maybe you work for an employer who, like mine, doesn't give a shit if you leave. They're like, well, they do care, right? I know my boss would be upset, but aside from my boss, everybody else is like, all right, they can leave if they want. And that's the thing. Like, and once you're out, to get back in, it might be somewhat of a challenge. So there's your risk, right? So, but yeah, this is a week of setting the stage or setting the tone for a significant change. All right. So let's get some oracle cards to close out your reading, as well as your astro dice. Spirit, for my group twos, what lies ahead for them over the next 7 days? What can we know about their next 7 days? All right, we've got what? Concept. Okay. I was like, conflict. No. All right, Spirit, what is happening here for my group twos? Eternal, and then we got the moon over here in the reverse. Okay, what can we know? Wish, beautiful. And the last one, healing. Some of you might work with crystals or astrology, or you're into spirituality, obviously, because you're watching this reading. All right. But it's like in your mind's eye, you know the concept, you see the full picture, and it's really something that you truly want in your heart of hearts. And that is what you're working towards. And that's what the universe is going to bless you with once you're done with the healing. You're being advised to work with rose quartz, for example, or any stone of your choice that can bring you closer to whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. Okay. So at least now you've got your noggin is going and thinking about all the possibilities, including the dangers and the pitfalls. And you're not stuck there. Okay. So let's roll your astro dice. Spirit, what's the advice for my group twos? We have got the moon. Shut the front door, honey. In Scorpio, super extra psychic. All right. Now moon in Scorpio is in its fall, but that's okay. All right. And then we've got here in the third house, we mentioned that earlier with communication, right? So your conversation is very deep. You're doing a lot of thinking, a lot of learning, a lot of researching this week so that you can make the proper decision, right? The best decision for you. So, yeah, expect to deep dive into whatever it is that you're trying to learn. Or some of you, maybe you're trying to learn something in order to exit wherever you're at. Or to start whatever this Ace of Coins is. All right. And maybe you've been avoiding it, but this week it's like, no, you're all gung-ho about it. Okay. So group two, that is what I see for you, honey. Okay. If this reading resonated for you, if you enjoyed it, please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the things. I appreciate you. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Stay real, stay blessed. Bye. Hi, group three, those of you that chose this card, the Hound in the reverse. So this is a little doggy, and it looks like he swallowed a sword. and there looks to be like it's broken, it's shattered. Okay, so something said, all right, it says loyalty, chains, promises. So in the reverse, it's got a not so it's not about loyalty. Okay, it says past experiences have made you shy of commitment, and you're finding it hard to let yourself trust because of how you've been hurt in the past. Not all connections are made with the intention to trap you. Embrace healing and trust yourself that this could lead to something positive. Okay. Promises are not made lightly, and you might be starting to realize that an agreement you made has come with more restrictions than you thought. Keeping your word is important, but don't let yourself be taken advantage of. It's not too late to decide that a relationship or agreement or situation no longer fits you. Don't hold on to ties out of a misguided sense of loyalty or lost time. Sometimes the best path of action is to break free and start again. So I read both the upright and the reverse because I feel there's a split group already. All right. And for the most part, it's like it's a week about establishing boundaries. All right. What's healthy, what the expectations of others are on you, what you can fulfill, and where you need to draw a line. Okay. Out of loyalty, there's a limit. All right, Spirit, for my group threes, what does the next 7 days hold for them? What do they need to know about their next 7 days? Okay, these two wanted to come out. Dear Joan. Okay. Dear John, I'm writing to break up with your ass, pretty much. Okay, and then we got fishing pole, self-reliance, extend oneself. Oh, group three, you've been overgiving, haven't you, honey? All right, uncertain. All right, give me two more, Spirit. Well, deeper meaning. And the last card, oh, blinders. Horses could be significant. All right. So this is a week where you might have to draw the line here because the situation is strained. And you're realizing this week that you're the person that can rely on yourself. You've got your own back. All right. Something about whatever you've got on your mind this week, it's still uncertain at this time. You need to go deeper and find the meaning and not be stuck with tunnel vision. Okay. Resist the need to be biased or having a narrow focus about something, because whatever it is that you're dealing with this week, there's more beneath the surface. Not everything that you're dealing with is just there for you to see. It's talking about dig a little bit deeper. Okay. Spirit, damn, we deep already, honey. What the hell? Spirit. For my group threes, what they got going on over here? Mentoring others. Cutting cords. Self-improvement. All right, Spirit, for my group threes, what is it that they are working with this week? What's happening over the next 7 days? I just saw the Ten of Swords in the reverse, honey. Okay. All right, let me split the deck and find out what the hell. Temperance and the Hanged Man. All right, so you're being advised to pause and reflect. Suspend yourself. Put yourself in timeout for now. Okay, because there's some healing that needs to be done. Before you write that email, before you write that letter, cool it. Hold on, okay? Don't say or do anything that you might regret. Spirit, what do the next 7 days look like for my group three? We've got the Seven of Swords in the reverse. What the hell did I just say? Okay, look. Deception being uncovered here, revealing a truth. This dog has a knife in his mouth. This cat has a fish in his mouth. Okay, and then we've got the Three of Coins in the reverse. What is a challenge here with uncertain? Okay, the Six of Swords. Can you agree to disagree? Some of you, there might be a little bit of a workplace conflict or workplace tension or tension amongst friends, family. but I feel mostly it's with your colleagues or your group of people that you associate with daily. All right, Spirit, tell me about the well here. Tell me about the well. Okay, we've got the Four of Swords in the reverse. And tell me about blinders. What's going on? Why blinders? And we've got the moon. Interesting. Group 2 had the moon in the reverse in this position, and you have it upright. Back of the deck, we've got the devil reversed and the sun reversed. Group 2, honestly and respectfully and wholeheartedly, this is a week where there could be tensions brewing with people that you care about, people in your inner circle, right? And not everything is out in the open. Not everything is clear. There are multiple dynamics going on, multiple people involved, and it's best to stay in your lane, okay? Don't get involved. If somebody's upset with somebody else, don't you dare go over there talking about what you said about my friend. Nah. Nuh-uh, don't do that, okay? Like, don't get involved in other people's battles, even if they are your friends. It's not about being a ride or die, honey. No such thing. We grown folks over here, okay? Talking about I'm your ride or die. Girl, boy, come on, get real. I'm just saying there's a limit, okay? It is about boundaries. All right, Spirit, tell me about Dear John with the Seven of Swords in the reverse. What's the theme this week? Somebody's name could be John. There's talks about divorce, maybe. Hold on, that's not, Spirit. Oh my Jesus, are they the same ones? Because I'm a flip, no. All right, these are slippery little suckers, okay? Tell me about Dear John with the Seven of Swords reversed. We've got the comfort pet. Okay, some of you. All right, so maybe pets are significant. A dog, a cat, someone has a dog or a cat. Something that was said that rubbed someone the wrong way or hurt somebody. All right, and it kind of caused a disconnect or a breakup. Okay, just a minute. Okay. Spirit, why the fishing pole with the Three of Coins in the reverse? What's coming in here? Some of you might be reluctant to sign an agreement or some type of contract because you don't have all the information, okay? Conflict, all right? But for most of you, I feel like it's conflict at the workplace here. Someone's being an ass, okay? Paper. Someone's being an ass, conflicted even. Someone's on medications. Someone could do things maybe because of, maybe somebody's got a problem with, addictions or something that is about their well-being, or someone is struggling with a health matter. Put it where it fits. Okay, so on a more mundane level, this can indicate like going to the doctor and not agreeing with the medication regimen, right? You refuse to get some treatment done, or something needs a closer look. You want to have a conversation with your doctor. That's an example. It could be a myriad of things, okay? So, but one thing is for sure, that there is a bit of tension here. Tell me about uncertain with the Six of Swords. Ooh, this one. The game control. All right. You don't like to be controlled by anything or anyone. I mean, who does? And you're kind of wondering if something or someone is controlling you and not allowing you to move forward, right? To leave this place of conflict behind. You're not sure if by agreeing to something, if you are getting played, whether this is with a romantic partner or someone that is in your work environment. I feel, like I said, for most of you, it's a workplace thing. The frozen TV dinner and the bullshit artist. The taser. You might want to taser somebody's ass, okay, because they're full of shit. But it's someone that maybe you go to lunch with or you share meals with. You're like, I don't know what to make of this person, or I don't know what to make of this situation. You're being advised to not get so restless here. Get some rest this week if you can, in order for you to find out what you need. All right. There is, I feel, okay, for the other group of you, it is like a health matter. Okay. Maybe you're getting results this week and you're wondering which way to go with in terms of your care. And it's like you and your doctor, you and your medical team are not getting on the same page. Okay. And it's like, well, if I take this medication, what are the side effects? Am I going to act weird? Am I going to have weird dreams? Or, because here with well and deeper meaning, it's about what you need here is sustenance. What you need here is rest. And the Four of Swords in the reverse is giving restless energy. So, yeah, very much lean into getting proper rest. Now, your advice, if you're not careful here with the blinders, it's like you can adopt this victim mentality and be confused, right? If you don't inform yourself. That's why you're being advised to dig deeper, get proper rest. Otherwise, you end up with this, fear, with uncertainty, with insecurity. All right, tell me about the well with the Four of Swords in the reverse. What can my group threes lean into? The shitstorm, all right? So avoiding rest will provoke a shitstorm. Remain calm, okay? Because if you're not sleeping well, you could be at wit's end and you could be a little bit tense. And even snap at people, confirmation. So even snap at people in your environment. Maybe they're not doing anything, maybe someone looks at you wrong or talks to you in a tone that really irritates you and you go off. And that's because you haven't had rest, all right? Tell me about blinders here with the moon. Surprise, okay. Why the surprise? You know what? Somebody else got the brain over there. You'll be surprised to know what's hidden beneath the surface. Or there's something that you've been missing here. Ooh, glow, skincare, chasing dollar bills, okay. And expenditures, all right? Maybe you've been spending your money on supplements or spending your money on certain medications that aren't even giving you the results that you're wanting. And it's like mind-blowing. Right now you don't see it or you haven't seen it, but you'll be surprised to know that whatever it is that you're taking isn't the fix-all. If it's not connected to health, this can indicate also maybe someone calling you out and you're like, okay, yeah, I was out of line, or yeah, I could have done better. All right, time for reflection here with the Ace of Cups in the reverse. So you're being advised this week that someone is going to make something known to you for the two groups, okay? One of you, where this is a workplace matter and there's tensions. The advice for both groups is the same, okay? Get rest. That's very important. Something about your sleep is off, and that puts you in a funky mood. Now, for those of you where this is pertaining to a workplace matter, someone could be calling you out on your behavior, on the way that you are saying things or doing things. And it's not that you have bad intentions, it's just that you haven't rested properly. You know what I mean? You're kind of on the fritz. Like, bitch, don't look at me that way or something like that, okay? So don't claim it. You don't have to claim it, but, please come back and let me know how your week went. Group 3, okay? All groups, but this one over here, okay? What the heck? So, all right, for the other group where this is a health-related matter, you're going to find out that the supplements you've been taking or the medication you've been taking has actually been causing restlessness or weird dreams or something like that. And it's like, what? It's supposed to help fix that. What the hell? Right? And it's like, you're reading labels more closely. You're doing your research when it comes to maybe off-label, off-label treatments or over-the-counter medications, something along those lines. All right, let's see what else Spirit wants you to know. Spirit, for my group 3s, tell me about their week ahead. What is happening? We've got courage. 4 of my group 3s. Tell me about their week ahead. Mind. It's a lot of mental stuff with this group. A lot of being in your head. Okay. Imagine. Yeah, your thoughts. What more? Imagine the possibilities. Doors opening up here. Ooh, these two wanted to come out. Awareness and love. All right. So that's what's coming in. It might start off a little bit rough, but again, there's someone that's lovingly, because this is someone telling you something. It's time to reflect. Now, the Ace of Cups in the reverse isn't typically about someone expressing something. The only reason I say that is because of the water spout here, or the fountain or whatever. It's like something is overflowing, and it's like someone is telling you something because they care and they notice a pattern in you, or they notice something in you where you haven't seen it before. And it's like they bring this into your awareness with love. Okay. I love it. All right. Someone's going to actually be bold enough to step to you, group 3, and not in a bad way. Okay. It's more like lovingly for your protection. This is what I'm telling you. For your protection, imagine the better health, imagine a better work environment, and imagine all the possibilities. I'm not saying you're the culprit, but you might be. Group 3. Just saying, honey. Okay. No disrespect. No. All right. Let's close out your reading with some astro dice. I'm done. I am done for today, honey. Okay, Spirit. For my group number 3s, what is the advice? Okay. We're spinning around 5. The 5th house. Okay, Capricorn. Oh, there's work stuff again. Yeah, Neptune and Capricorn. So, all right, grounding reality. Okay, you can find pleasure in doing things that are more natural, more in alignment, things that have to do with work, loving the work that you do, creative stuff. You have a very creative mind, group 3. You do. Maybe you're writers, poets, music artists. 5th house is about that, about entertainment, right? And it's your hobbies. Maybe some of you have a side hustle, okay? So this week is a week where you're trying to clear the fog and the confusion, because it is one of those hazy weeks where you need to rest and dig a little bit deeper to get what you want out of this week, for it to be productive, for it to be, because you're not sure right now. Is it me or is it somebody else? Is it the situation, right? Don't go into this victim mentality that everybody's out to get you. It's like, how are you contributing to this situation? All right, I am done, friends. Okay, so if this reading resonated for you in any way, shape, or form, please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the things. I appreciate it. And until the next time, stay real, stay blessed. Bye. Have a great week.